understand yourself and understand the person, understand your circumstance. The more you understand about your situation, the better off you'll be. It's a human thing to just be demented. Give it up. Just give the whole thing up. The entire stop asking about that. We could do it once a month. We can do it twice a month. Boom, 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 boom. I guess I'm done with this.
Pinksy.
Greetings. It is your local friendly neighborhood space demon here, and I have heard so much about Reddit being bad for relationship advice and dating advice. And guess what? I agree. Everyone says break up, break up, break up on relationship advice, and I don't know what they say on dating advice. So I figured, let me give you humans who seem to need so much help in the dating advice region. How can I help you? We'll see how I can help you. I'm so sorry if you catch some strays in the process, but we're gonna get to it. All right, let's start from the top, actually. We're just gonna refresh and make sure, just let's just make sure we're starting from the top. All right, talking to a guy for a month. Now he says he's not ready and I don't know how to cope. Oh, my goodness. Well, I don't want to I don't want to devalue your feelings. Listen, a month, count your blessings. I mean, when I've gone through breakups that have been a month or even a year or 2 years, I think about friends of mine that have been married for 20 or 10 or 30 years, and oh my god, I'm just like, I'm happy I'm not them. So get over it. All right, next. How do you ideally want to be asked out? Well, I'm a space demon. On this planet, I'm a man. I'm generally not asked out. But if I were to be asked out, I would want someone to propose on one knee, propose on both knees, uh, propose on all three knees on my planet. But here, I don't even know that I would want to be asked out. I think that that's a lot of pressure. Personally, I feel like that's a little bit of a overstep.
Uh, Gender norms, gender norms.
I don't want that to happen. In fact, if I were a woman, I'd prefer not to be asked out because I, come on, like, I don't know. I don't know how to do it. Just have a conversation with the person. These questions are so easy to answer for me on my planet. You will just be on the same page, and I'm so sorry. You're probably a young kid. If your question is based on wanting to ask someone out, just get a vibe and just be honest. Say what's real. Hey, this is how I've been feeling. And that's the thing. It's like humans are so like, how do I get around reaching this goal and communicating this thing without communicating? Yeah, just communicate it. And if you're wondering how you would want to be asked out, just, that's not worth thinking about. Next, does your matchmaker matter more than the service itself? Um, Pass. Uh, how to decipher mixed signal how to decipher mixed this a tongue twister? How to decipher mixed signals from a guy. I really want to say mixed sizzlers, but sizzlers are out of business. So how do I decipher mixed signal? Holy god. How do I decipher what? I mean, you can read it right here. It's not like I'm I'll give you the answer to the question. Uh, no such thing as mixed sick. Holy God. Okay, we're gonna skip over saying this phrase. I'm gonna call them MSs. Okay, multiple scleroses, as we call it. Um, no such thing as MSs. Okay. How do you decipher? You don't decipher. You hear one thing, you hear another thing, and you ask a question. You don't ask an accusatory question. Hey, this is a contradiction. I hear that so much you humans suck at communication. Just say, I'm a little confused. You said this. I think you said this, and this is what it meant to me. Is that accurate? And just leave it at that. And if you're so torn down and confused about what the rest of it meant, if it contradicts, say, hey, you also said this thing, and that's confusing to me because, and then get an explanation for it. No such thing as mixed signals. The thing about humans is that humans are irrational, and their feelings are stupid. So you might feel one thing at one point, you might feel another thing at another point, or you might feel two contradicting things at the same time. It's a human thing to just be demented. So, just take your time and don't take anything to heart. Just understand that everyone is going through something different and be mindful, okay? Seep down deep into your. Okay, next question. Oh, people are so.
Potato.
Is he actually interested in me, or am I reading too much into this? He's interested in you. Same answer. Talk about it. Ask him. And if you don't trust what he's telling you, then trust that you don't trust what he's telling you. Or go to therapy and see if your trauma gives itself to that conclusion. How do I ask someone out? By saying, "Hey, do you want to go out sometime?" And these are easy. What do I need to know before starting? Well, you need to know that there's going to be an ending, there's going to be a middle. So before you start, like think about what it is that you're doing and then you start. God. All right. You know what? I'm going to give you humans a chance to just let's just decompress a little bit. I feel like I've been expressing myself in such an obnoxious way, and it's not fair. It's not fair to humans because we have different natures, and that's all right. So I'm going to try to handle the next few questions in a way that gives itself to me being considerate to the human condition. Let's let's give it a try. This is too much to read. Is it a huge red flag if he refuses to delete his dating apps after we went exclusive? I wouldn't say it's a huge red flag. I would say that it is a yellow flag. Why? Why do you say it's a yellow flag? Well, red flags are really rare to me. If you see like knives hanging from the ceiling, that's almost a red flag. But this is kind of like a yellow flag. It's like, well, it depends on why. Maybe this person doesn't feel safe, which is not necessarily a red flag. Me, for example, I've not done that and I've requested people, hey, we're exclusive now. Let's give up the dating apps. And sometimes people refuse, and I'd say, well, I'm so sorry, not sorry, but I can't continue if you won't give up the dating app because that makes me feel insecure, like you're having backup, and that might be how you're feeling. Not a red flag for me, a yellow flag, but something that you can talk through. You have boundaries. Not everybody works the same. Maybe that person and another person would work together, being exclusive and also having dating apps. Maybe this person is poly. It's all about the conversation that you have behind it, and in front of it, and around it, and underneath it, and inside of it. And trust me, you really want to be having questions and answer sessions inside of someone. That's kind of the best place to the best.
Stop it.
Working from home kind of ruined my dating life. Trying to fix. Okay, well, sounds too personal. Uh, another banger. I mean, listen. We read headlines over here. They said that no one is helpful on this site, and I'm just trying to change the game by actually being helpful and giving people valuable advice. Is it working? Obviously not. Am I being stupid? No, I'm being very serious this entire time. And if you're not taking me seriously, that's on you. I just found out that I've been nothing more than a mistress to a man I thought I was going to marry. God, oh God, there's no question there. There's no question there. You were lied to. You were deceived. You deserve better. Get out of the situation. It might be a difficult thing to do. You might feel connected. You might be financially restrained or just whatever the situation is. You need to find yourself out of there. I'm doing it. I'm hitting the breakup button. Leave, okay? If this person is still trying to keep you around, obviously they didn't have enough respect for you to tell you the truth from the beginning. It's not going to change. It might change. Maybe get some couple therapy. And that's the thing is that's just a possibility. But knowing how you humans work most of the time, if you have a really big long streak of lies, it's it's going to continue. And you're young, 21? I don't know how old he is, but please. Please go away. Both of you. She still has her ex on friends. Oh my god. She still has her ex on Find My Friends, and it's grossing me out. Uh, buh, get over it. If they're still friends, cool. If they're not, go. Talkify reviews. Don't know what that is. Is it a good idea to see an escort as a guy with no experience? Um, yeah, it is. Uh, Make sure that they know where they're going because escort missions are really difficult. So you have to make sure that you keep up because you'll be really annoying. Okay, you might be one of those, I don't know, those NPCs that kind of, your walk cycles are real slow, so they're way ahead of you. You just got to make sure that you keep up. If you're shooting, you got to make sure you shoot the same things. You gotta be on point. If you're gonna be an NPC, if you're gonna be AI, you got to be good AI. Okay, make sure you don't get carried on this escort mission. At least make the escort feel like you're right there with them, and you'll have a great experience. Older guy I like fist bumped me. Does that mean I'm friend zoned? No. Are you kidding me? I fist bump literally every girl that I have a relationship with. In every sense of the word.
Brother, ugh.
What are casual dating sites? Can't answer that. Post date disappointment. It's so sad. I mean, you come home from a date and you feel like, man, me and this person were vibing so much. And now we go on a date. It's hard to make eye contact. I don't really know what they said, but I nodded and went, yeah, yeah, I totally agree with that. And they went, but which part? And I went, oh my God, I have to go to the bathroom. Just, you have two options. You can say, hey, let's try to start over in a different setting. Or you can right the fuck up, fuck up, on, up off and meet somebody new. I'd suggest both. New to dating. Good luck. Have fun. It's not that serious. It's like making a friend that you also kind of want to bang, maybe. 4 years post divorce. That's heavy. I can't do that. What are you talking about? This is not the place for that. This is a place for dating advice, not divorce. Divorce? You can't talk about divorce. That's a sin on my planet, and I'm not going to change my morals here. It's not a sin on my planet or anywhere. Divorce is a normal thing. Everyone goes through it sometimes. Not everyone. Some people. Some people don't even want to get married. Look, if you're going through a divorce, I know it's real tough to feel good about yourself because society tells you that something's wrong with you and you failed, but you didn't fail. Guess what? You had a relationship that didn't continue. And you know who else is doing that? Everyone else who has relationships. Oh my God. This is way too easy. And I know it, feelings. Feelings are there, man. Divorces are hard. Sometimes you have lots of things that lie on it. Sometimes you have children and adults and old people. And I don't know what you people have. You have money and the people connect to you people more than anything. I mean, you have families. Your family is their family is yours, and you're losing out on something that you otherwise had that made you feel fulfilled. It made you feel like you had a support system. Good luck. I This is tough, man. This is depressing. I don't like this. What am I doing here? I see why people give such bad dating advice and why there's like 1 to 2 comments on each of these because who wants to be here? I don't. I do because I love human beings and I want to help them. Here we are. There's this girl I like and I'm not sure if she's into me. Ask. Ask. Ask her, you idiot. Girls, what's the best flirting technique someone used on you? That's a beautiful question. I'll answer that question for you as someone who can be a girl sometimes. The answer is who gives a literally just talk to people and be genuine. Literally, there is no technique. If you're not a flirtatious person, don't force yourself to be. If you are naturally flirtatious, be naturally flirtatious because the way that you are is the way that you should be. And you shouldn't start off one way and end up another way. That's deception. Don't try to plan it. Don't try to push all the buttons. If you are vibing with a person just like how you vibe with a friend, then move forward as such. Don't make decisions like this. Don't ask people for what their experience was here or there and then their technique and their whatevers and then try to apply that somewhere. It's useless. Stop it. You have to be yourself.
Oh, everybody says be yourself. I was myself for 17 years, and now that I'm 19, nobody wants to date me.
You were dating people when you were 2? Get the fuck out of here, man. That's the problem with that question. Grow up. Is he uninterested or just nervous? Probably both, but I'd say a little bit more uninterested. Next question. Is it unethical to date a boy you used to babysit? Uh, I don't like that question. I genuinely don't. I really, really don't like that question. You babysat this person? Just throw that idea away, please. Just throw it away. Oh my god, there are so many human beings. There are so many human beings. You used to babysit that person. Oh, wait a minute. Is this a bad sub because of the questions or because of the answers? I assumed it would be because of the answers. I assumed that people were giving shitty advice. But it seems like people are asking shitty questions. Like these are Epstein level questions, my dude. What are we doing? Okay. What are some of the best tips for using dating apps? Have fun. Be yourself. You'll get rejected quite a bit, especially if you're a man that doesn't look like I don't know, someone who's attractive to most people. Just have fun, man. Like so many men complain about dating apps and I genuinely feel like you need to just have fun in the same way that if you don't go outside and have a million people after you 24/7, then don't expect to go on a dating app and have a million people after you 24/7. Things have to click, things have to line up. It's the same online as it is in real world, except it's a little bit easier online cuz you don't have to be face to face. Just try to be yourself cuz it's so much easier to not be yourself when you get to present however you decide to. It took me a long time to have to kind of break down because we live in a society, your society, where how you present online could and usually is for especially for people growing up a completely different thing than how a person is, and it's kind of blended into one thing now. But I just like look, I would say put extra work into it. And don't put extra work into presenting well, put extra work into presenting yourself. If you're weird and quirky like I am, be weird and quirky online because you're going to present super well, then you're going to go out on a date and you're going to be disinterested or they're going to be disinterested or they're going to be put off by how you are. You don't want them to be put off by how you are. You want them to be put on by how you are. You want them to be put on so hard that you're putting they are putting on they're putting you they're next question. The guy I'm currently dating wants to be low key. Well, I don't know. I want to be Thor. So just stop cosplaying and let's see. Next one. Working from home kind of ruined my dating life. Trying to fix it with Latin feels. I fixed mine with Latin feels, if you know what I mean. I don't know what that is still though. But I, whatever. Um, how do I cope with being unlovable? Love yourself. Is he actually interested or am I reading too much into this? This is the second time you asked that question. Unless this is another person asking the same exact question, in which case, I don't know. Give up. Give up. Give up. And if anyone who's written these questions are actually seeing this video, which will not happen because no one will, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. And we'll do like 3 more before I get tired of talking to these people. Oh my god. And I love you all so much. I'm so sorry if this is coming off badly. I'm not a bad person. I'm just a space demon. And I'm trying to help people in the greatest way possible. And if you don't get what I'm trying to say, then I don't know, you're just not worth it. Like on first date. Uh, I don't know. That's rough. Uh, I, honestly, I if you're the one that flaked, then whatever. If they're the one that flaked, then yeah, whatever. Sometimes first dates don't happen. And you got to make your own judgment. But that's the whole thing about this whole thing is that there's no rule. You got to make an assessment. And if you don't feel good about it, don't step forward. If you do feel good about it, give it another thought. If a girl I'm seeing is sick, what do I do? Don't see her anymore. Are you kidding me? Unless you mean like in the 90s kind of sick, in which case keep seeing her, man. She's totally sick. Um but no, if she's like seriously sick and it's like really not good, probably get out. You don't want to get sick too. I just found out that I have been nothing more than a mistress to. Okay, I'm seeing a trend here. Oh. Okay, I guess I'm done with this. People are asking so much of the same questions, and a lot of these questions really suck. I I don't okay, so on a serious note, I don't like these questions, a lot of them, because so many of these questions are asking for like hard rules or what someone has done in certain situations that don't apply to everyone. I would encourage everyone that's going on r/dating advice to recognize you're just asking a large pool of people a random question about their own experience and none of it applies to you. There are so many intricacies to what a person goes through, what the other person is going through, their traumas, your traumas, how they work together, your dynamic, your own family dynamics, how that how that contributes to how you receive or give love. There's way too many factors. The goal that you want to reach is where you can understand the person that you're talking to. If you work from a place of understanding, you're already ahead of the game. Don't work from a place of trying to get somewhere or trying to figure someone out or whatever the thing is. Don't test people. Just do what you can to be honest, straightforward, without being mean, and try to get as much information. Bad way to put it, but that's the way that my brain works. Try to get as much understanding about how that person is that you can, and that will teach you how you can treat that person, how things will work out, or whatever the thing that you're trying to figure out. And when it comes to like being, performing a certain way, give it up. Just give the whole thing up. The entire Stop asking about that. How do you do the answer is always by doing that thing. How do you the subtext of the question is always how do you get to this? How do you get to the answer to this question without asking this question? Stop it. Just stop it. Ask the question. Whatever you want to know the answer to, ask it. It's not that hard. When you start building that muscle, that honesty muscle, that earnesty muscle. Earnesty? Shut up. You start building that muscle and it just becomes a part of you. Okay, maybe that's just how it works for me, maybe that's just how it works for people on my planet. um I'm a space demon, so I think, man, this is a pretty place to be. And it's not because of the answers. I haven't even read the answers. It's because the answers would be so useless, and I hope that you got a good example of how useless answers can be. um and how helpful answers can be. I feel like in what I've said, there were, obviously I'm not being serious, but there are some genuine, earnest like things that I feel like I might have said that were true. But my whole point is it doesn't matter what I even say. Nothing matters what I say because none of it has to apply. The goal is to understand yourself and understand the person, understand your circumstance. The more you understand about your situation, the better off you'll be. The more outside information that you try to get that doesn't apply to you, you're just going to have more noise. Go get therapy, encourage the person that you're with to get therapy, and maybe on the first week if you have like a little argument or two, say, "Hey, let's get couple therapy because why not get some maintenance to our relationship while it's good?" Boom, 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 boom. We could do it once a month. We can do it twice a month. Boom, 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 boom. Listen, live your life, have fun. There's no reason not to. Uh, like and subscribe and do all the whatevers. Um, I've been your friendly local neighborhood dementoid, laser beam shooting up, shooting down, shooting all around, shooting from space, and shooting all over the place. Space demon, and I am demented.